And he said, Gary, I read this and I realized this is my wife's language. I had not been speaking it for 15 years. All I ever said was, I'm sorry. And she had a hard time forgiving me because she didn't think I was sincere. Today we're talking about how to apologize effectively. Why is it so important? Because none of us are perfect. In the first segment, we talked about two ways to apologize. Number one, expressing regret, often with the words, I'm sorry. And then accepting responsibility. I was wrong. In this segment, I want to share 3 additional languages of apology. If you learn which language your spouse considers to be a sincere apology, your apology will ring the bell with them. If you simply speak an apology in what you think is a sincere apology, you may miss them emotionally. So, language number 3, offering to make restitution. What can I do to make this right? I know I've hurt you. What can I do to make this right? It's very biblical. It's what Zacchaeus did when he encountered Jesus. Remember, he said, people I've stolen from, I'll pay them back 4 times what I took. That's restitution. So let's say, guys, that you forget your anniversary. I know you wouldn't do this, okay? But you've no candy, no dinner, no flowers, nothing. And you look on the couch and she's crying. And you say, honey, what's wrong? And she said, I can't believe you don't know what's wrong. And it dawns on you. I doubt that I'm sorry is going to hack it. But if you tell her you're sorry, oh, honey, I'm so wrong. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But then you say, but look, honey, I know we can't do anything tonight. I've blown it. But listen, honey, let me make it up to you. What can I do to make it up to you? We can still celebrate, honey. She'll have an idea. Yeah, a little trip to Hawaii or something just might do it, okay? Restitution. I shared this concept once with a friend of mine who was a counselor, and he said, Gary, I read this and I realized this is my wife's language. I had not been speaking it for 15 years. All I ever said was, I'm sorry, and she had a hard time forgiving me because she didn't think I was sincere. But this one is what she said I've been waiting for 15 years, and now he said I do it. I always say, honey, what can I do to make it up to you? And every time she has an idea. When I do, she can let it go. So for some people, this is what they consider to be a sincere apology. Number 4 is what I call genuinely repenting. It's expressing the desire to change your behavior. You see, you did the same thing last month, and now you said you were sorry, and now you're saying I'm sorry again. Your spouse is waiting to hear you say, look, honey, I don't like this about me. I don't want to keep doing this. I know I did it last month. Can you talk with me and help me and let's find a plan that I won't do this again? I don't want to do this again. I remember the lady who said to me, Dr. Chapman, my husband lost his temper with our baby. Baby was crying and he was trying to get the baby to stop crying. Finally, he just lost his temper, picked up our baby and started shaking our baby. And when he did, she said, I grabbed the baby and said, don't do that to our baby. And I ran to the bedroom sobbing. She said 10 minutes later, he knocked on the door and asked if he could come in. And he said, honey, I can't believe I did that. I love our baby. I don't ever want to do that again. Can you help me? Can we talk? Can we get a plan that I won't do that again? She said, Gary, I sensed he was so sincere. We sat there and came up with a simple plan that if he ever felt himself about to lose it with one of our children, he would simply say to me, honey, I'm hot. I've got to take a walk. And I would know what it meant, and he could take his walk and calm down. She said, Gary, that was 8 years ago. He's never lost his temper again with one of our babies. She said he's taken quite a few walks, but he's never lost his temper. You see, he learned how to express an apology in a way that was meaningful to his wife, even though he had done a horrible thing. She found it easy to forgive him. Number 5 is actually requesting forgiveness. Will you forgive me? I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. For some people, this is what they're waiting to hear. Have to be honest, this was not one on my radar. I thought that if I'm apologizing in any way, wouldn't they know I want to be forgiven? But for some people, they're waiting for you to verbalize those words. Will you please forgive me? May I suggest that you learn what your spouse considers to be a sincere apology and learn to express your apology in each other's language. You make it much easier for them to forgive when you do so.